This is my first try of knitting without any kind of aid, and since my stroke and brain surgery, and I'm using circular needles. This is the first time for that too, and for this particular project it actually is going fairly well. I have no idea if you can see anything of what I'm doing or even hear me. The last video was very quiet. This is a hat I'm working on. It's just a baby hat that I had already started last year actually, months ago, probably even before I discovered I had a brain tumor. I just dropped a stitch. I just pushed it off before knitting it. Forgot a step there. Did it again. Just feels very awkward, but everyone says if I keep doing the same things, same movements over and over again that I'm used to, that it'll connect all the wires in my brain, from my brain to my hands and fingers. This doesn't require much of fine motor skills with my left hand, so that's good. I mean, it's my fingers, it's really hard to move them individually, so I'm just kind of, it's holding the needles and sort of maybe pushing off the needle when I get there, but I actually don't, looking at it, I don't do that either, so just kind of grasping. And maybe this using circular needles is the answer. We'll see if I get around a whole row, is the answer. Doing that versus making using the knitting aid. And something interesting about this particular project, like I said, I started it before I knew I had a brain tumor, and it was one of those projects where I kept dropping stitches like all the time. On the next side of this particular row, there's actually a drop stitch that I'm going to try to go down and get. We'll see. And I'm wondering, I'm kind of guessing that the brain tumor was there and causing my hand to be clumsy, and that's probably why I kept losing stitches. The brain tumor was growing. We just didn't know about it, so so I'm gonna try continuing to knit. Like, this might end up being a really long hat, just because knitting two together to decrease may be a little challenging for me, but we'll see. We'll give it a try, and we'll see. Okay. Very awkward, like I said, but it's, I did, how many stitches was that? Oh my goodness, hand's stuck. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. So I've knit 26 stitches on circular needles, and have very little use of my left hand. So I feel pretty proud of that. If you look at this other side that I'm getting ready, I'll get ready to do, I don't know, I have to go get a crochet hook, see if I can use that. There is a drop stitch right there. See that? Looks like a run in a stocking if you're not into knitting. You see right there? That's the drop stitch. So I'm going to have to knit up to the stitch right before, use a crochet hook and pick this stitch up and kind of weave it in to all the stitches in between.